let me just say Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm not going to ramble on. We got a lot of stuff to get done in a short amount of time to do it. So please like, share, subscribe, and enjoy. Okay. Now remember, when we use the marking knife, we didn't make a straight line. We undercut it a little bit. So with me going to the line on here, I'm still undercutted. So now I got to take it really slow. I'm going to mark it truly where I want it. And then when I cut to that line, we should be golden. Or not. And I have to start all over again. Always when you're working with a knife, make sure your first pass is really light. You don't want to be shifting everything all over the place when you don't have to. Same thing on this side. Really light. And a little heavier. The reason for that is the first pass, the light pass, is just to put a scratch on the surface. And the reason you can go heavier the second time is your knife has a better chance of following that scratch. And it won't drift off and you won't get a mark over here somewhere. Now this is a game I like to call Find the Mark. You may be asking, why is he not using the template he made? Well, as I said before, my spindle sander has been retired. And I was working on getting the shape that I wanted in the last video, but it was just taking way too much time. I figured I could do this way before I'd finish that, so hopefully Santa will bring me another spindle sander for Christmas, and then I can finish up that template properly, and I'll have it for the next one. So, I can tell this is getting a little dull, so I'm just going to run it on the strop. And we're back to sharp. Much better. The reason I knew I was getting sharp is because I was having to put more pressure than I was before. So you don't really need a lot of pressure on the chisel. If it's sharp enough, it'll just slice through those fibers. Especially if you're doing what we're doing here and just kind of shaving. Just inching ever closer to the line. That's all we're doing. And then cleaning it out. Oop. My whole chisel isn't on the line. See if I can show you this. Say this is the line I'm following. My chisel is actually tilted out like this. And then I'm paring down. And then, so the only part that's really cutting to the line is this very edge of the chisel. The rest of it is just trimming what's in front of it. and it's gradually getting shallower and shallower until this point gets to it, and you barely have anything to take off. And that way you can just keep working it around and not staying in the same spot. That is until your carpal tunnel kicks in. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. I started to feel it, and I was like, "Hey, I want to make one more cut." And I think that's just telling me it's time to get some more coffee. So I'm going to do that. Now, when you're doing this and you still have a pencil line, like I still have a pencil line here, make sure you don't follow your pencil line, because there are other places like around here where, right here, where my pencil line was outside of my knife line. So if I would have followed the pencil line here, I'd have had some filling to do. So just always make sure you're following the knife line and not, or make sure you're following the correct line, I should say. See, now this is a little thick, so I'm going to take this off in a couple passes. Yeah, I just told you not to follow the pencil line, but I'm following the pencil line. That's just because it was too much material to take off at first. Do what I say, not what I do. What I'm going for is I'm just trying to get this insert to size, and then I'll clean up the bottom and adjust all the fine details. Okay, so we follow this. Whoa, hey, come here. Okay, there's, needs to come up there. Now this is the tedious, shave this, shave that, test it, shave this, shave that, test it. Forgot to shut my phone off. Like I said, I'm not too concerned with the bottom yet. I just want to get it fitting. So I'm going to adjust all the parts that are hitting, like right here. And just pare them down a little bit. It may be tedious. It may take a while, but you'll be much happier if you do it slow. Take off little bits at a time, because once you take off too much, then you're left with fixing. And if you can do it without fixing, it makes the job a lot more fun. Now you want to make sure you do one side at a time, because I'll tell you in a minute. Because if you're looking at this like this, and you're like, okay, this is touching here, this is touching here, so you fix this side, and then you go back and fix this side, and you put this on, and you wonder why there's a big gap. So, fit one side. I have this lined up with my center line, the point lined up with the center line, and I'm just pushing this against, I'm not even looking at this side yet. I'm pushing this up against the wall here, and I'm trying to make it so it will all meet. Because if it's only a little bit that you're touching on one side, and a little bit you're touching on the other side, chances are if you trim one side, then the other side will just pop in. Ooh, we're so close. Now I have a test piece of this stuff to test finish with. Yay! Okay, so she will fit all the way around. Now I just gotta square it out so it'll fit all the way to the bottom. What I'm just doing is making sure I have enough depth across this whole thing. Looks like this is going to need a shim in here. So I'll circle. It's got to get built up a little, maybe. All right, we should be deep enough now. Oops. Yeah, there's a boo-boo right there. My finger was on the wrong mark. I thought that was a mark, but it wasn't. So good thing I didn't radius those. Now I think we'll radius this bad boy. There they are. Let's pick a radius. He's not going to be doing any shredding leads, so probably make it a little rounder as opposed to flatter. And we'll do 12. All right. That looks good. That's all we're going to do for now. Next time we're going to glue the fretboard onto the neck blank and see how far we can get with that. All right? Thank you again. Subscribe, share, like. Don't forget to click the bell to get notified of the next video I put out. Also, there's going to be a couple contests coming up in the next couple days or so. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out on the contest. All right? God bless.